Alright, fellow collectors, welcome to the review of the Marcus maquette made by Elite Creature Collectibles and Cinemaquette. And as you can hear, English is not my native tongue, so I'll do my best and bear with me. Let's start off with the box. Well, the box is absolutely huge. Let's see if I can show you guys. The text on here, it's kind of a reflective silver, and the edges are so cool. They are made out of real metal with screws on the top and on the bottom as well. Now to the statue itself. That's him. Alright, let's start with the bottom. I've got number 37 out of 310 because 10 artist proofs were made. And let's start off with the base. The base is really heavy. I thought it would be much lighter, but it's really heavy. The statue itself is pretty light, and the wings that come separate, they are extremely light. So I'm pretty happy with that ratio, because I think leaning issues won't be a problem because of the feathers being or the wings being that light. Detail in the base, you got that green moss look. That's kind of cool, and the texture in the stones. And then of course you have the chains. You can there's one on the back side and one on the front, and you can play around with those. You can put them any way you like. I have the one on front going around the nameplate back to the front, and I'll just have it there for now. The nameplate, it's a little separate piece, as you can see. And it's also the piece that I have an issue with, because when you look at my O, you can see that on the top there's a little chip missing. But they're working on a replacement as we speak, so that'll work out fine, I guess. Then we're moving up. You have his foot, and I'm really glad, because sometimes with statues you see that they have a little gap in between there, and on this one it just fits perfectly. The cloth of his, well, what you think, call it a skirt or something. You can pose it any way you want. I thought that would be 3 or 4 like metallic strings in there, or wires, let's call them wires. But there are something like 15 or 20 in there, because every little piece of cloth is separate, and you can play around with that. The back leg, well, you don't see it all that good, because, well, I guess that depends on how you display the cloth. I have it like it's a bit like the prototype that was shown with it moving up like he's just landing. Then the belt. The belt is kind of plasticky, and I think that's for the good, because if they would have made this out of metal, as you can see, you can move it around a little bit and it would scratch up the paint. So I guess this works out for the best. Then the upper body. Well, the texture is just, it's amazing. You can see all the veins running through on the chest and his stomach. On some of the pictures that were posted on Facebook and forums, I think they used a flash to photograph it, because it didn't seem to have any shading in there, but as you can see, it's perfect. Then on the shoulders you have this reminds me of Goro from Pop Culture Shock. He has the same kind of leopard print on there, and it just blends into the natural skin tone of his arm. Vein running down. Then a face only a mother could love. Let's see if I can get it a little bit closer. I looked at pictures from vampire bats, and you can clearly see that the ears of the vampire bat and the nose is exactly the same. So it's obvious that that was their inspiration for this character. And the wings. The wings, first off, they're huge, of course, and they're awesomely detailed. You can see all the veins in there, and it's not just painted on. You can feel them, so it gives you the feeling that it's well, I don't know what you call it in English, but the natural web of a wing when you see a bat. And that's it. That is Marcus in all its glory. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you later.